Now, the next thing that really helped me when I was in my 60s was trying to stay as optimistic as possible. And there's quite a few studies that back this up. For example, there was one that was done with the elderly in Singapore. They took 180 for people over the age of 60. They divided them into two groups. One group, they just gave them some pamphlets about how to stay happy. The other group, they did not. So these are seniors, they gave them the information. They told them how important it is to stay happy, stay positive. And then they followed these people for 5 years. And what they found out was that the people that were given the information, they stayed happier longer than the ones that didn't get any information. So simply giving people the information that happiness is important, staying positive is important, can help them stay positive longer. This was done at the beginning of the study. They also took blood samples and they found that those people that stayed more positive had better immune systems. Their immune system was stronger. So here I am trying to share with you what I learned from my mentor, what I did with my patients for decades, and now what I do myself. So optimism is very, very important. How do we stay optimistic? Well, it's hard sometimes to stay optimistic, especially if you have pain. But what I try to do, and I try to remind myself every day, because sometimes I forget, is that even though I may have pain today, tomorrow might be a better day. Tomorrow I might feel better, so don't give up. Just because today you have pain, today you feel bad, doesn't mean it's gonna be that way forever. Sometimes when we get depressed, we think this is it. This is how it's always gonna be. No, it's not. Things change. So what I try to do is I try to visualize. I try to see myself without pain, doing the things I want to do. Like walking on the beach, swimming, going to the movies, going out with friends, playing pickleball, which I love, or just sitting in my backyard looking at the birds, just relaxing. So I try to see myself doing all these fun things. And I try to imagine how happy I will be when I'm doing that. And that helps me get through the days that I'm not feeling so well. Another thing that really helped me is helping others. When you're depressed, sometimes you just want to crawl in bed and pull the covers over your head and not talk to anyone. But I try to get myself to at least call one person a day, someone that I care about, a friend, a family member, just to see how they're doing, to talk about things that are not my pain, to focus on other things besides my pain, and after I talk to them, I feel better. It's amazing, helping others is so important. Sometimes we think, oh, I need to do this for me. I need to exercise. I need to eat right. I need to do all these things for myself. Yes, but you know what? When you do things for others, it also helps you. So helping others is a great way to take your mind off your pain. It really works. And then the last thing that I want to say is that don't give up. Okay, don't give up. I know it's hard. Some days are harder than others. Some weeks are harder than others, that's okay. But don't ever give up hope that things will get better. I talk to people all the time and they say, how long will it take me to get better? And I never know the answer. I do and want to tell them 3 months or 6 months or a year because I do and know. Everyone's different, everyone heals differently. But what I do tell them is that don't give up. Don't ever give up hope that you will get better because hope is very powerful. Hope is a very powerful motivator. If you have hope that things will get better, you'll keep moving forward. And anything that you do to move forward is a good thing. Okay, so don't give up. Stay as positive as you can. Try to help others as much as you can, and if you can do that, you're gonna be a happier person. And if you're a happier person, you're gonna heal faster. Okay, so remember that, and thanks for listening.